Greetings, devoted fans of Days of Our Lives. This is your dedicated team from the TV Days Drama Digest channel, where we dive deep into the heart-pounding, tear-jerking, and jaw-dropping world of Salem. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a speculative storyline that could shake the very foundations of the Horton, Brady, and DiMera families. Imagine a world where Sami Brady, one of the most iconic and polarizing characters in daytime television, returns to Days of Our Lives with a secret so explosive it could rewrite decades of history. What if Sami, the fiery, manipulative, and endlessly complex daughter we've known as Roman Brady's child, was revealed to be the biological daughter of Jon Black? Buckle up, because we're about to explore this tantalizing what-if scenario in vivid, dramatic detail, weaving a tale that could rival the most unforgettable moments in Days' history. Sami Brady, played with unrelenting passion by Alison Sweeney, has been a cornerstone of Days of Our Lives since her debut in 1993. Known for her scheming ways, fierce loyalty to her family, and a love life that's more tangled than a soap opera plot, Sami has kept viewers glued to their screens for decades. Her return to Salem is always a seismic event, but what if this time, her comeback came with a revelation that turned everything she and we thought we knew about her identity upside down? In this speculative exploration, we'll delve into how this bombshell could unfold, its ripple effects on the canvas, and whether such a twist could realistically come to pass. Let's set the stage for a drama that could redefine Sami's legacy and send shockwaves through Salem. Picture this. It's a stormy night in Salem, the kind where thunder rumbles like the secrets buried in the town's history. Sami Brady, now a seasoned woman with a trail of heartbreak and triumphs behind her, steps off a private jet at Salem International Airport. Her signature blonde hair catches the wind, and her piercing blue eyes hint at a woman carrying a burden heavier than ever before. She's back, but not just for a family reunion or to stir up trouble with her ex, E.J. DiMera. No, this time, Sami has uncovered a truth so devastating it threatens to unravel the very fabric of her identity. She is not Roman Brady's daughter, but Jon Black's. The revelation comes not from a dusty diary or a cryptic letter, but from a modern twist, a DNA test gone awry. Months earlier, Sami, ever the skeptic, had submitted a sample to a genealogy website on a whim, hoping to uncover some distant Brady or Horton lineage for her children. Instead, the results come back with a match that defies logic. Jon Black, the man she's known as a stepfather, friend, and occasional adversary, is her biological father. The test, confirmed by a second, more discreet analysis, points to a long-buried secret from the 1970s, a time when Marina Evans, Sami's mother, was entangled in a passionate and tumultuous affair with Jon Black, then known as the mysterious Pawn. This bombshell isn't just a plot twist. It's a seismic shift that could rewrite Sami's relationships with her parents, siblings, and children. The question isn't just how this truth came to be, but how it will reshape Salem's future. As Sami steps back into town, clutching the DNA results in her trembling hands, she's not just carrying a piece of paper, she's holding a grenade that could detonate the lives of everyone she loves. To understand how Sami could be Jon's daughter, we need to rewind to the 1970s, a time when Salem was a hotbed of passion, betrayal, and DiMera schemes. Marina Evans, the poised and compassionate psychiatrist, was caught in a love triangle that would define her life. On one side was Roman Brady, the steadfast police officer with a heart of gold, who would later become her husband and the father of her children, or so we thought. On the other was Jon Black, a man shrouded in mystery, whose identity as the Pawn and later as a DiMera operative kept Marina both captivated and wary. In our reimagined storyline, Marina and Jon's affair in the late 1970s was more than a fleeting romance. It was a love so intense it threatened to consume them both. During a period when Marlena believed Roman was dead, a classic Days trope, she turned to Jon for solace. Their connection, fueled by danger and forbidden desire, led to a night that neither could forget, a night that, unbeknownst to them, resulted in Sami's conception. When Roman returned, or so Marlena believed, given the show's history of doppelgangers, Marlena, racked with guilt, buried the truth of her night with Jon. She convinced herself that Sami, born in 1984, was Roman's daughter, and the secret remained locked away, even from Jon. This backstory isn't just a convenient plot device. It's a nod to the messy, complicated relationships that define days of our lives. Marlena's decision to keep silent wasn't born of malice, but of a desperate need to protect her family. Yet, as all Salem secrets do, this one is destined to surface, and when it does, it will bring with it a storm of emotions and consequences. Sami's return to Salem is anything but quiet. She arrives at the Brady Pub, where Roman is wiping down the bar, his face lighting up at the sight of his little girl. But Sami's expression is cold, her eyes brimming with tears. "I'm not your little girl," she says, her voice trembling as she slides the DNA results across the counter. The pub, usually a haven of warmth, becomes a battleground as Roman reads the truth. His face crumples, not with anger, but with a heartbreak so raw it's palpable. Roman, who has loved Sami through her schemes, her scandals, and her triumphs, is forced to confront the possibility that the daughter he raised isn't his by blood. Across town, Marina and Jon are at the penthouse, reminiscing about their decades of love. When Sami storms in, her accusations hit like a tidal wave. "How could you lie to me?" she demands, her voice echoing through the room. Marlena's hands shake as she pieces together the timeline, her memories of that fateful night with Jon flooding back. Jon, ever the protector, tries to calm Sami, but she's a hurricane of rage and betrayal. "You're my father?" she screams, her words cutting deeper than any DiMera plot ever could. The fallout extends beyond the immediate family. Sami's twin brother, Eric, struggles with his own identity as Roman's son, questioning whether he, too, might carry a hidden truth. Carrie, Sami's older sister, feels torn between loyalty to her father, Roman, and compassion for Sami's pain. And then there's Belle, Jon and Marlena's daughter, who now faces the reality that Sami is her full sister, not just a half-sibling. The revelation redraws the lines of family, forcing everyone to confront their place in this new reality. In Trudis fashion, the secret doesn't stay contained. The DiMeras, ever eager to exploit weakness, catch wind of the scandal. E.J. DiMera, Sami's ex-husband and the father of her children, sees an opportunity to manipulate the situation to his advantage. He taunts Sami, questioning whether their children, Johnny, Sydney, and Allie, might now have a claim to the Black family legacy, further complicating their already fraught dynamic. Stefano DiMera, though long gone, seems to loom over the storyline, as if his machinations from beyond the grave orchestrated this chaos. Meanwhile, the Horton family, always the moral compass of Salem, is drawn into the fray. Hope Brady, Roman's cousin, tries to mediate, but her own history with John Black, from their days as lovers, adds a layer of tension. Kate Roberts, never one to miss a chance to stir the pot, uses her connections to dig into the DNA test's origins, suspecting a DiMera plot to destabilize the Bradys. The town becomes a powder keg, with alliances shifting and old wounds reopening. Sami herself is a whirlwind of conflicting emotions. On one hand, she's furious at Marlena for keeping the truth from her. On the other, she's drawn to Jon, the father she never knew she had. Their scenes together are electric. Jon, with his quiet strength, tries to build a bridge to his newfound daughter, while Sami grapples with the idea of loving a man she once saw as a rival for her mother's affection. Their relationship, fraught with tension but laced with potential for healing, becomes the emotional heart of the storyline. No Days of Our Lives storyline is complete without a dramatic climax, and this one delivers. As Sami digs deeper into the truth, she uncovers evidence that the DNA test might have been tampered with not by the Demeros, but by an unlikely source, Vivian Alamein, who has returned to Salem with a vendetta against Marlena. Vivian, ever the schemer, planted the false results to sow discord, but her plan backfires when a third test confirms the truth. Sami is indeed Jon's daughter. The confrontation at the Demera mansion is pure soap opera gold. Sami, Marlena, Jon, and Vivian face off in a room dripping with history and betrayal. "You thought you could destroy us," Sami hisses at Vivian, her eyes blazing. "But you only made us stronger." The resolution isn't neat or tidy. Sami's relationship with Roman is forever changed, but their bond, built on years of love rather than blood, begins to heal through quiet, heartfelt moments. Marlena and Jon confront their past mistakes, emerging with a renewed commitment to their family. And Sami, ever the survivor, finds a new purpose: to redefine what it means to be a Brady, a Black, and a woman who refuses to be defined by anyone else's secrets. Is this twist plausible within the Days of Our Lives universe? Let's weigh the possibilities. On the pro side, Days has a long history of rewriting parentage. From Bo Brady to Philip Kiriakis, the show has never shied away from DNA bombshells. Jon and Marlena's complicated history provides fertile ground for such a reveal, and Sami's return would be the perfect catalyst to shake up the canvas. Alison Sweeney's ability to portray Sami's emotional complexity would make this storyline a tour de force, drawing in both longtime fans and new viewers. On the con side, some fans might argue that altering Sami's parentage risks undermining her identity as a Brady. Roman's relationship with Sami has been a cornerstone of her character, and changing it could alienate viewers who cherish that dynamic. Additionally, the timeline of Marlena and Jon's relationship in the 1970s would need careful retconning to avoid plot holes. Yet, Days has navigated trickier retcons before, and with skilled writing, this twist could feel both shocking and inevitable. As we await Sami's next appearance on Days of Our Lives, this speculative storyline offers a glimpse into the kind of drama that keeps us coming back to Salem. Whether or not the writers choose to pursue a parentage twist, Sami's return is sure to bring chaos, passion, and unforgettable moments. Will she reconcile with EJ? Will she clash with her children, now adults navigating their own Salem dramas? Or will she uncover another secret that changes everything we thought we knew? One thing is certain: Sami Brady, whether a Brady or a Black, will always be the heart of Days of Our Lives. Her story is one of resilience, redemption, and relentless determination, and we can't wait to see where it takes her next. So, grab your popcorn, Salem fans, and join us at TV Days Drama Digest as we count down to Sami's return. What do you think of this twist? Could Sami be Jon's daughter, or is this a secret too big even for Salem? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.